Welcome to Backline Banter and welcome to a YouTube exclusive. Today we're talking about Kylian Mbappe finally announcing that he is going to leave Paris Saint-Germain at the end of the season. A saga that's been going on for ages. Every summer transfer window, even in the winter one. Is he going to leave PSG? Will he renew his contract? Is he going to go to Madrid? And he's finally let everyone know that it is indeed his last year.
Je voulais vous annoncer à tous que voilà, c'est ma dernière année au Paris Saint-Germain. Je ne vais pas prolonger et je vais terminer mon aventure dans quelques semaines.
Of course, it was kind of already known that he's going to go to Madrid next season. This is his last year at PSG, but nothing 100% confirmed. And he comes out and tells everyone in a video, the Frenchman has been absolutely unreal for the club. What a player. I mean, I've said this before. I think he will be the next best player of all time. And what he's done for PSG is absolutely massive. Of course, he hasn't, won him the ultimate objective, which I believe was winning the Champions League. But it's such a hard competition, especially when you got Real Madrid. And this season, I thought he's done exceptionally well. Nobody would have predicted PSG to make the semi-final and, only lose by 2 goals to reach the final, because their squad this season, it's good, it's solid, but it is a lot of young talent and they haven't really played with each other for a long enough time to be that side where it's like, yeah, we're going to make it fight into the Champions League every year. Of course, losing Neymar, losing Messi, it all fell on to Kylian Mbappe's shoulders, and he's done unreal for him to get him to the semi-final. And of course, it is a team effort. You had big players step up like Vitinha, Zaire Emery, Dembele, but he is the main man and he does score the goals. Unreal. He's done very well. And this season, they've already won the league, of course, and they're in the final of the Coupe de France, which will be a very interesting game. So a very good way to send off his career at PSG. But sadly for Mbappe, his last home game at the Parc des Princes, played this morning against Toulouse, they actually lost a shock result, 3-1. I mean, it's quite ironic to lose to Toulouse at home. Unreal. Mbappe did score very early on, but just not able to give Mbappe the send-off he deserves. But would have been very emotional for him at home, his last game, his home country. He's been at the club for about 7 years now. You could only imagine the emotions he is going through at the moment, because it is a massive decision to leave your country, to leave the club you've been at for so many years, the club you've dreamed of playing, and now making that decision that I'm going to leave, go to another place, maybe go to my other dream club, Real Madrid. And I think it is a much bigger decision than other people think it is, because I think people look at it like, oh, he's playing in the League One. He needs to go out of it. He needs to leave, go somewhere in the Prem or to Madrid to really show his talent, because it is a bit of a farmers league. Some of their teams just not very good, and it shows that they've won the league about 11 times in the past 13 years, something like that. It's unreal. But still, he has shown his superb quality at PSG. His stats for them at the moment, of course, he's still got 3 games to play for Paris Saint-Germain. 306 games, 255 goals, and 108 assists. That is absolutely unreal. He is at least getting a goal contribution, even more per game. That's in all competitions. It really does just show you how he's so good. He's the all-time leading scorer at PSG already at the age of 25. Unreal. That's the only way to describe it. And the question has got to be asked, is Mbappe PSG's best ever player? Of course, they've had the likes of Neymar, Cavani, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Ronaldinho, Thiago Silva, Marquinhos, Verratti, and Di Maria. And I'm sure there's many more that I haven't mentioned. But is he going to go down in that number 1 spot for PSG? Personally, for me, I think he will, because the influence he has had on them is unreal. I think the only counter argument to that is that he hasn't won the Champions League, but it is such a tough competition, and you've just got to look at those stats, really. 306 games, 255 goals, and 108 assists. Unreal. What he's brought to the club is like nothing else, and he's definitely given the Parisians memories for a lifetime. But it seems like most of the general public don't agree with this statement, because Thierry Henry said he will go down as the best player to play for Paris Saint-Germain. And, you know, like I just said, all the stats, all the facts, and I just don't see why he's getting flamed for this comment. I think it is very strong case, and of course, like I said, I do agree with it. I think he's number 1 of the list. And it just makes it even more unreal that he's only been at the club for 7 years, so young. He's only 25, 26, and now he's leaving them. And really, it just backs up the claim even more that the French great himself, Thierry Henry, said this. Because it wasn't anything like he could go down as the best player, or if he stayed a bit longer, he would have. It is, he will go down as the best player to play for PSG. And I think that just shows the levels. I completely agree. I think PSG have been so lucky to have him for this long. So with Mbappe, with only 3 games left to play for PSG, 2 in the league, and then his last game for him, the Coupe de France final against Lyon, will be his last send-off. A big game indeed. You know, you win that game, you'll win a trophy. And it is a big competition, especially for PSG, expected to win it, of course, every year, just to prove once again they're the best French team in the country. And I'm sure he's going to pull off a stunning performance, possibly a hat-trick, but, you know, he will be in and everywhere trying to win PSG the game. Of course, I believe they will, and I hope Mbappe gets a goal or 2, hopefully a hat-trick, but I would definitely be watching that game. And now the question is, where will Mbappe go next? Well, I think it's already been decided pretty much. It just hasn't been 100% confirmed. I think he will indeed go to Real Madrid. Of course, he's been wanting to go to them for ages. It's always the question when the transfer window is open. Is he going to go? Is he going to stay? But I think finally, with him saying he's going to leave the club, go somewhere else, I think this is the time he's going to go to Madrid. And you've got to say, Real Madrid will be absolutely cooking next year. You've got the likes of Vinicius, Mbappe, Rodrigo, Bellingham, and so much more. It is going to be absolutely crazy if he does go. And I think when he does, it's an automatic Champions League trophy. I think the only team that could maybe stop Madrid when Mbappe goes there is Manchester City. But it is going to be a side that will be dominant for the ages. And possibly, depending how they go, how well they play, maybe it could be the best team of all time. And with that being said, Mbappe confirming he will leave PSG by the end of the season. 3 games left to play for him, possibly going to Real Madrid next season. A massive decision by the Frenchman. And of course, I had to make an episode on it because I love the man. What a footballer he is, deserves all the praise he gets. And a little question here, how many Ballon d'Ors do you think Kylian Mbappe will get in the next 10 years? Because I think he's been so close to winning one already. I think last season, if France won the World Cup, he would have won the Ballon d'Or. And this season, he's in with a pretty good chance. I think a lot relies on the Euros, which I think the French will go very well in. So possibly he could have one next season. But in the years to come, how many will he get? That's everything for the PSG episode for Mbappe. If you have enjoyed, like, subscribe, whatever you can do to support the channel, greatly appreciated. If you want to check out full podcasts, go on any podcast listening app, search Backline Banter. Like I said at the start of the episode though, this is a YouTube exclusive, so I hope you enjoyed and I'll see you later.